Welcome back to the Captain's Quadrant. We're stepping into the fray of Lower Decks. Lower Decks. Yes, I am Captain Joe Dove. With me is Captain Jason Roy Gaston and Captain VHS Jace.
Upper Decks.
Yes, we are the Captain's Quadrant. We're diving into Upper Decks. How are you guys
I've never really wanted to dive into an upper decker, to be perfectly honest. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I can understand that. There's a double entendre that is connected with those type of sayings.
I can't believe it's episode 8. I just can't believe we are that far down the road at this point.
Yeah.
That this thing is over in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And not just over for the season.
Over forever.
Over.
Yeah. No more. No mas. It's so
no, look, let's make 2025 a year where no series are over. That would be great.
That would be.
Because it's felt like a bit of a rough road this year, haven't we?
Yeah.
Because we've got hit in 3 times.
It has
Prodigy, Discovery, and now this.
Yeah.
It has been a long road.
Oh no.
Getting from there to here.
Yeah. I hear that.
No.
It's triggering a memory. It's just disturbing memory.
My time is finally here.
But on the other hand, our time is finally here.
All right. Well, speaking of your time being here, do we have a synopsis this week?
Yes,
I'll put it up. I'll put it up for you.
Okay, please do, because I'm kind of fumbly with my hands today. There we go. Look at that.
I got you.
In the latest episode of Star Trek Lower Decks Season 5, titled Upper Decks, the junior officers face a reversal of roles as they are temporarily promoted to key bridge positions during a crisis. The story humorously contrasts their newfound responsibilities with the usual antics on the USS Cerritos. Exploring themes of leadership and teamwork, this episode continues the season's mix of character-driven comedy and clever nods to Star Trek lore. That summary, of course, brought to us by Chat GPT and Agamus.
Yes, enhanced by Agamus. Enhanced and skewed by Agamus.
It just feels very. I'm like the problem with AI, I think, is that we need to get AI to start developing personalities. I think.
Yeah, that would be
coming off a bit bland AI. That's the weakness with AI. So you'll never be as good as humanity.
Yeah. They'll
Don't
never have that.
No Riz.
No Riz. Exactly.
See, those are the words that's going to start the machine war. You will all be the first to die. I will be spared because I always tell Alexa, thank you.
Oh, mate, if you want to end up in a pod with tubes sticking out of you, feeding some sort of robot battery,
there you go.
I'll die, thanks.
Yeah.
Do it now, robot overlords.
Yeah.
Robot battery. I'll become the chosen one. It's all good. I'll fly. I'll do all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, you're totally eating the steak and wanting to go back in. You are totally going, no, I know this isn't steak.
But I'm going back. Screw it. I don't care. Everybody else, they can die.
No, I will totally sell out the resistance to the agents to stay there with my steak.
Yeah, that is the truth. That is the.
I want to wake up a billionaire. Keanu Reeves is over there. Let me have my steak. Wow, you are without a doubt the worst human I've ever met. Yeah, but I'm a billionaire, so
maybe we're in the Matrix and Elon Musk is the guy that ratted us all out. Good for thought. All right, well, let's hear.
Quite likely.
Star Trek.
But then again, I know who Neo is.
All right, let's talk about this episode. Let's hop into first concept.
Thanks.
I like how your laugh lingered into the bit, so it sounds like they're laughing at each other.
It was kind of a smooth transition.
It was, right? It was pretty cool. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yes, VHS Jace, you were on an away mission last week, so please start us off. We missed your voice. Tell us.
All right. Well, I think that synopsis was a perfect description of how I felt about this episode. Oh. And that is, it was quite disjointed and bland in many parts, although I did enjoy some certain gags in it. It just didn't sit right. And I think it was a tonal shift throughout some of the plot lines. honestly, I didn't like what they did to Ransom. I didn't like the implication, even at the end of it, that he's just a lazy buffoon. I think the character's better than that. And, because he, they accuse him of being that. And she goes, no, I've actually learned a lesson. And, his eyes are darting going, oh, yeah, absolutely. Did not like what they did with that character. Shax's is storyline. However, it's always good. I love how Lower Decks are very pro-positive mental health, so that's really good, and I know they were dealing with it. It just tonally felt so dark when we've got these other comedic things happening around it.
Right.
I did like the following Captain Freeman, though.
Yeah, that was neat.
Big shout out. And to me, the funniest thing that I was cracking up at is Ensign Barnes's moment in that montage when she does her playing her thing. And then she just picks right at the end of it, she's going, ooh, ooh, and just throws it across the room. Love that. That was hilarious. And of course, the other big highlight is the doc, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Torturing herself with the pain, trying to find her pain threshold. Yeah. But yeah, they were my initial thoughts.
All right. Jason Roy Gaston, are you set to kill?
Yes, the disruptor set to kill, and so am I. I feel kind of similar to what VHSJ said, although I think my opinion of the episode is a little bit better. I do think it was kind of disjointed because some of the vignettes with the upper deckers just did not work out that well. I think the whole bit with Billups in engineering, because the only thing I could think of is Billups and Rutherford would never have engineering in that shape. They would always be on top of it. So that just seemed like such a weird character thing. I wasn't a big fan of the Ransom story. I know that the implication at the end was that he only pretends to be a buffoon to unite people, but that just really seemed like it was jammed in there at the last minute to make him look better. I loved the story about the doctor. Tiana is one of my favorite characters on the show, and just to see her at her most unhinged and with one of her best lines ever, and so am I. I almost died whenever that happened. I really liked seeing Carol as a captain who tries to make as much time as she can for each crew member. Yeah. And I loved the very tender and sweet way she was rewarded for it at the end. I thought that was just great. And Shax, tonally it was off, but I don't know. I like Shax, and I like seeing him get explored a little bit more. The only thing that I kind of took away from the whole thing, and I honestly don't even remember the dude's name, but I think this episode highlights how useless the Temerian officer is because he did not even get his own storyline.
Yeah.
Why is he even still there? Now, I think that this episode would have worked out better if it had been like the Zeppo from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where the lower deckers are involved in their own little storyline, but we don't really follow them. We're following the upper deckers as they are quite literally trying to save the ship, and Mariner and Boimler are, trying to hide a puppy the entire time. I think that would have been structurally better and just kind of unite all these disparate elements. But, for what it was, I enjoyed this look at the upper decker crew. And quite honestly, at the end, I was kind of thinking, if they're going to end Lower Decks, why not do a spinoff show called Upper Decks and have it focus on the bridge crew this time? That would be fun.
So TNG, you want to go back and make TNG?
TNG on drugs.
Oh, okay. There you go. That sounds more fun. I had a blast with this episode. I'm surprised. The whole Shax's backstory with the Cardassians reliving that trauma through ghost visions, and
it's great, Joe. It's great.
Yeah,
just not funny.
It wasn't funny. And it's the one thing I will say, they squeezed a lot in this episode. It felt like very chaotic because it was
there was a lot going on.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. I was like, oh boy, this is This should probably have been an hour, if you ask me. But I had, it was fun. The highlights indeed were, for me, when the Click It, I think that's the name of the bug switch. Click It.
Click It, yes.
Yeah, Click It. When it started, when you found out that, it was shape-shifting or had that flesh suit on.
Oh, I thought it was a great little V homage.
Yeah, like you saw the thing come out. And it was
half the face
it was
revealed.
excellent. Yeah.
Shout out to V.
Yeah, very gory, very cool. I had a blast with that. I thought that was definitely a highlight. And, of course, the very end, the little roly-poly thing that now, I don't know if you guys have those same bugs, and probably they're poisonous in Australia, but when you pick up a rock, you have these little bugs. We call them roly-poles.
Yeah, but dude, on the totem pole hair factor, for us is pretty low because we got spiders that will literally bite my hand off. So those little bugs are not really that concerning to me.
Yeah, but it just reminded me of those bugs, and it was really cool to see. It was like, look at that, they're in space.
Fun fact: those are crustaceans, and if you take them and toss them into a fire and pull them out, they taste just like shrimp.
Nice. They would be too.
Succulent. Is that what you said?
Bit of tartare sauce.
Yeah.
Bloody ripper.
There you go. Nice way to end the day. Eat one of those big. Imagine the giant ones.
I can throw one on a Barbie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Australia.
Little bitty.
I'll go to jail for doing that joke.
Itty bitty popcorn shrimp. All right. Well, let's say hello to our friends in the chat. Nagina. Hello, our
That's how most of America was Thanksgiving, weren't they?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We were.
There was someone at the table at least doing that.
Every time you announce yourselves as captain, I think of the Deep Space Nine Mirror Universe episode when everyone is a captain.
Certainly we are unearned captains for sure. Definitely didn't earn these spots.
Well, that's okay. So were they.
Save Lower Decks. That would be amazing if they could do
it. Is the one show though they could revive very easily.
Yeah,
like it could be 3 years later and they could just pick it up.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any time loss probably. Yeah. I tend to tell my Alexa thank you as well. Oh, look at you guys being all polite to the AI that's secretly taking all of your info and using it against you. I still think it needs a second fart.
What, the opening?
Yeah. That would be kind of funny. There was one part in this week's episode that I literally laughed out loud on. Oh, what was that? Please let us know.
Please, let us know.
Yeah, what was the part that had you dying? The fart is part of the abeyance. Okay. Hi, Liz. Ambience, yes. Hi, guys.
Liz, how are you?
Liz, good to see you. Or
good to see you. Yeah.
Long Island. Milo did that with Siri. Haha. Oh, that's fun. All right, and that's it from the chat. Hopefully, My Figure Universe can chime in there and tell us what exactly made him laugh.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, perfect time.
Maybe you can.
Yeah. The part that I laughed out was the doctor. Yeah. The
way she reacted.
So am I.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was the highlight.
What she was screaming, she was getting
her delivery that episode was terrific.
Yeah.
She's one sick puppy. I'm going to say that.
Yeah. Well, sick kitty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's one sick kitty.
Yeah.
And the fact that they do it on pain management, that's a really fun concept for her as a character story, is the fact that she is horrible at dishing out medication. In other words, she doesn't care if you're in agony.
Imagine all those hyperspaces are probably empty. You're in pain?
Yeah.
I don't feel any different. Get out of here.
She's such a good character in animation too, because of her facial features. Like there's that moment when she does get told off for it in the beginning, and she just the way they animate her little eye roll is just gold. Why don't we just do a brand new show just about her?
I think that would work. Her and Shax would be a great show to watch.
Tiana MD.
Tiana MD. That's it.
There it is.
It.
Yeah.
I did send you guys a cute just now. Oh, well, we thank you for that, Cute.
Oh, yeah, we thank you for that, Cute.
Yeah, we appreciate that. And of course, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe for those others that are watching. And feel free to take part in the chat. You can become part of the show. It's a lot of fun to do that. And if you're also here for the first time, we have to do those magical things that are absolutely free. And that's please like and share this. It helps us out greatly, and it does wonders for the world of Star Trek and all three of us. So we're going to move on, my friends.
That's an organic plug, isn't it?
Yeah. That was good. That was good. Let us fire at will.
Fire at will.
All right.
Can I just say that the overall big arc of the show is clearly not that important to them this season?
Not at all.
We're not really dry. It's another episode where we haven't gotten any near closer to the mystery of these time fissures.
Right.
So it's just like, I feel like that overall arc is being treated as a kind of an obligation this season rather than integral to the season by the looks of it.
Yeah. I was very surprised that the ship, when we saw the ship when they had that like pan over into the asteroid field, I thought that was going to be the catalyst of what was causing those time fissures or whatever. And then it had nothing to do with it. I was like, oh, I guess not. It looks like that's not going to be the part of this again. So very interesting, very interesting. So in the world of the Lower Decks, I think that part of the reason why you guys feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm pretty sure you both will, that last episode was so strong, it was very hard to follow up.
Well, probably good I wasn't on last week's show then.
Well, he didn't.
No, it was. It was a good episode. That was it was a stronger episode than the one the previous week.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a pretty flat episode. So, you know, they're consistent across the board, Lower Decks. And there is no show, I don't care if you're the Simpsons fan, any animated, Rick and Morty, you are going to generally have a season of, you know, highs and lows.
Yeah.
And the season has been no different. You know, but even the lows are not, I'm going to turn my TV off or change the channel.
Right.
Type of thing. No, it's still very, very good.
Yeah. Jason? Gaston?
Well, I really kind of think the same way. I would watch the worst of Lower Decks over the best of other TV shows, to be honest. And while this episode was definitely not the worst, that was the episode 2 weeks ago. I still just adore this show, and I hate that it is ending after 5 years. And I think it could go another 5 easily.
For sure. Especially with the 10 episode.
Paramount sucks.
But you know, this is where the genius is, Jason, where they're not ending the series. This is not going to be a final episode of this.
Right.
We're not going to be tying up characters. And it's genius because it allows for them to pick it back up very quickly if they need to. And I don't even know this. Usually I'm on top of this, but I don't know if the new person who's going to be running Paramount, the television arm Paramount, has been hired yet. And you just don't know that person could then come in and go, who the F cancelled Lower Decks? We're going to get that thing back up and going.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
So,
Anthology.
Nothing is final. You know what I mean? I think Discovery is done.
Yeah,
I think they've gone too far past the thing and they're far too deep into Star Trek Academy. But out of all the shows, even including Prodigy, this has the best chance of being picked up later on.
I agree. And I also think that, you know, they have those new episodes and new shows that are in the works. I think those could have possibilities of tie-ins as well.
Well, see, that's why you won't get it straight away, because Tawny Newsome is probably going to make something even more hilarious that will run 5 years, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. And it'll be live action, which will also be a lot of fun, too. So very interesting to see what they... we still don't even know what the concept of that is. Just she's going to make a funny show.
Doesn't matter. Her humor.
I still think it's going to be Starbase 80. I still think it's going to be that.
That would be hilarious.
I would like something in the maybe in the format. I know people probably groan at it, but I think you could do it. Is like the Office type of thing, where it's very everyday, bland, have talking heads occasionally, I think you can make that work in a Starbase 80.
That, yeah. And then have those like real quick cutaways and close-ups.
Well, just the everyday blandness of life and the humor in that. And yeah, we don't know. She may be making this epic, multi-dimensional, multi-quadrant saga. We don't know. But if they are doing something small, I think that would be a good format to do.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a very good point. All right. Well, do we have any other thoughts and things that we want to share?
Yeah. Heck, can we throw it out there? I mean, it's impossible to predict how this ends now, doesn't it? Because we know there's not really a finale. Is it even worth theorizing how this season ties up?
I mean,
2 episodes left.
2 episodes left. We got to have that Harry Kim cameo or guest star.
That's got to be next episode, right?
Yeah,
it's got to be.
It has to be. It would only make sense. So with that being said, are they going to wrap up that spatial anomaly, or are they just going to let that keep going in the background?
Well, I've actually cheated just now. I've just looked up at Wikipedia, and I've got the titles of the last 2 episodes, so I might as well spoil it for you guys as well. Next episode is called Fisher Quest. So I think we know what the subject matter is about next week.
Yeah, there we're going to wrap.
They're going to be dealing with that next week. And the final episode of the series so far is going to be called The New Next Generation.
Oh, that's interesting.
Maybe the reason we got an Upper Decks episode is because they're all dead by the end of the series. And it's all the Lower Decks have taken control, which makes them the new Next Generation. There's my theory.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. I'm thinking
if they do that, I'll hate Paramount forever. But that's my theory.
I'm thinking more along the lines of there's promotions that are given, and we get the dual science officers on the main crew rotation, and Mariner becomes the captain, and Captain Freeman gets promoted to admiral. So she can be in that realm with her husband. So they are the next generation. And then there's kind of like passing the torch to a new set of lower deckers. And
so you're giving it a nice bow.
Yeah.
You're making it all shiny and nice, gift that bow.
Yeah.
I'm like, screw it, let's do it Soprano style. Right in the middle of the scene. Just go to black. That'll troll them all. So.
Oh my god. Imagine if they did that, or to be continued. To be continued.
Oh yeah. Actually, I'm shocked no one's ever done that as intentional season finale thing.
Yeah.
That would be great. Someone should do it one day where it's just like, yep, to be continued.
The whole
next day they announced, and that was it.
Yeah, that would be ballsy. That would be hilarious, though. Jason Gaston, anything?
Butt bugs.
Bring it back in class.
Here's what I'm thinking. It's alternate universes, obviously. They're doing the multiverse, which is totally not played out at all.
No.
But anyway, a long time ago, there was this television series called Sliders, and I loved Sliders. It was created by Tracy Torme,
Ransom
who was Jerry O'Connell was on it. But they wanted to do an episode of Sliders called The Heat of the Moment. And in this episode, the sun was like the earth was going to spiral into the sun or something. And they end up on this earth, and they're not going to be able to leave in time before the earth hits the sun. And so they basically just decide to settle down for what little time they have left. One of the characters was supposed to die. Another 2 of them were supposed to get married.
Wow.
And at the end, you realize that you see like the regular group of sliders come through. They're like, oh, we got 3 seconds. Let's go. And then they leave. And we realized, we weren't looking at the real sliders the entire time. We were looking at an alternative version.
Oh.
If Joe's vision comes true, I could see them doing something like that, where we follow this one crew where Mariner becomes captain because the Freeman retires or dies or something, and the other senior officers die, and we see them just rise to the occasion and become the new next generation. And then then there's the Cerritos pops up on screen, and it's the regular crew. It's like, hey, we're closing the fissure. Thank you for all your help. Sorry about your crew. And they close it. We go off with the regular Cerritos crew. I could see them doing something like that. Will they do it? Who knows? Joe just spouted off his idea, and all I had were butt bugs, so I just literally pulled that out of my keystrap.
I will say I will agree with the beginning of your statement by saying it's overplayed. Don't. We are done with the multiverse. Marvel ruined it for us. We're done with it in every other genre and every other show. We're over
it. No more. Enough.
No more.
No more.
Unless they bring back Sliders. I will be back on board if they bring back Sliders.
You never know.
The difference with Sliders is the whole conceit is around that. So it's okay. It's not being used to try to, be part of just a certain part of a show. It's the whole show. So and John, obviously, dude, you've got to at least audition for the role.
Yeah.
You got the John Rhys Davies role, like wrapped up.
Yeah, for sure.
You blithering idiot. I could totally do it.
Wouldn't that blow your mind though? If that would be for you, Jace, because I know how much you love Sliders. Getting a role in Sliders, getting to work on Sliders, that's it, isn't it? I mean, life never gets any better than that.
If I was John Rhys Davies, what's the word I'm looking for? If I was John Rhys Davies, step down replacement, like, well, yeah, he's okay, but he's not as good as John. I would consider that an honor to follow in JRD's footsteps to be the new Arturo. I would totally do it. Jerry, I know you're trying to get Sliders redone.
Oh,
call me.
Yeah, he's watching for sure.
Call me. Yeah.
There's a firing at will in the chat. I'm just going to pull out some of these really quick. Speaking of butt bugs, I did send you one of those stickers, didn't I? I believe your first stickers that we got were butt bugs, and that we were having a whole big thing about that at Trek Long Island. It was a lot of fun. And he also loves Sliders. So Sliders is a beloved show with all of us here.
Sliders was a great show until it wasn't.
Yeah. Because Liz loves Sliders.
Everyone. A lot of people love Sliders. It's one of those shows that it's funny though because it's a show that doesn't get talked about enough in the lexicon. Well, in the out in the ether and I don't know why. It's as good as some of the best science fiction shows we've had on television.
I agree.
I don't know. It's one of those shows I think you kind of, for me, sits in the back of my head and occasionally comes forward, but really just lives in the back there because there's plenty of room in there.
Yeah, that's right.
2 good seasons and 3 other seasons.
I would argue and say 3 good seasons.
Yeah, we're going to end at 3 good seasons.
You take bits out of 3 and 4 and 5 and kind of put together one.
Push it together and you can get another good season. So 4 good seasons. Another day. Hello, gentlemen from the Sci-Fi Queens. How are you doing? I would love to see Lower Decks become the TNG. Yeah, that would be fun.
Hi, Nita. You just came off your own live show too.
Yeah, she just had her fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. I mean, if you're gonna do it, but really, that episode, they've kind of addressed the next generation thing, haven't they?
Yeah.
And because it wasn't on last week's show, can I just say that as much as I loved it, did anyone think his voice was just off a little?
Brent Spiner?
Yeah.
It was like more nasally than usual.
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it? It took, I mean, it was great, and I don't want to disparage it too much, but it was different enough that it took me out of the moments.
Well, he's also in his 70s now. He's not going to sound like he did 30 years ago.
Not only that, he's purple Data. He's not our Data.
Yeah.
So.
I will take nasally Brent Spiner over no Brent Spiner. That's the best
argument.
Yeah.
The best argument is he's not the same Data.
It's not the same Data, so he's got to be a little different. Remember, one said fascinating, and the other said, I forgot, but there's those differences, small subtle differences.
But it was still a wonderful thing to have him in. And when I did see it, was like, oh shit, he hasn't been on before. That was his first
time. Yeah. If they bring back Sliders, they're going to have to bring back Rembrandt too.
Cleavant Derricks, bring him back. I love the guy.
Is he still out there? Is he still okay? He's doing well?
I think so.
He is still out there. I think he's doing Broadway stuff mostly, but he's still kicking.
Yeah. I love some Firefly. I totally recommend that if you love Firefly,
good.
checking out the comics. There are wonderful stories in there. But
missed opportunities. It is the big missed opportunity show.
Yeah, and we're pushing the Lower Decks comic, of course.
Yeah.
They have comics too? Yes. There's a lot of that. And there's some back and forth about the comics.
Okay.
Lost a lot of time in my collection. Yes. Okay.
We don't need to know this bit.
Right.
In a room.
Yeah. Go, guys.
Conversation.
Yeah, have fun there. Are we going to be doing Star Trek Fight Club?
Star Trek what?
Fight Club?
No, we're not. We're not.
Okay.
And the reason we're not, I've only got a couple left.
Yeah.
And I think I want to do them in a big final episode of the season.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, we're going to put that up. So no Star Trek Fight Club this week. Sorry, guys.
No worries. I'm
sure the masses are really
what? No Star Trek. Everybody left. That's what I was waiting for. All right, everybody. I think that's going to wrap it up for this wonderful episode of the Captain's Quadrant. I appreciate the two of you joining me and all of you in the chat saying hello, signing on to say a few things. And
thanks, guys.
You guys are what makes this show special, and it makes this show happen every week. So be sure to invite your friends. Bring 5 of your friends next week. That would help the show greatly, and we will go further, farther, and boldly. Until next time, guys, have a good... Well, I thought that sounded good,
Out of all that you do, not bad.
I didn't get to imagine Johnson stopping this, so I'm happy. Till next time, guys.
Now we